back to my channel. So glad you guys could stop on by. I'm going to be doing up a little bit different video. I've had in the past some people asked me to do a crochet video, and then Karen Ramey, I think is what her name is. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. Suggested maybe a cross. So I am just going to show you how I made this cross, and I don't know, give it a go. I am not a crochet tutorial person, but we'll give it a try. But I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to use pink yarn, even though I did the cross in white, but I'm going to do pink so it's a little bit easier to see, I'm hoping. I'm using an H hook, which is a 5mm hook. So we're going to make a slip knot, and I just wrap the yarn around my hands, come up underneath the tail, or my fingers up underneath the tail, back over it, and then behind my finger through the middle, and then take this finger and I just kind of hold the yarn that's on that one and just slip it off my index finger and make a slip knot. And just pull it tight, put it around my hook, and now we are going to chain 5, which you wrap around, pull through. We're going to do that 4 more times. So there's 5 chains on the hook. We're going to slip stitch into the first chain. We're just going to slide it in through there, wrap around, and then I'm just going to pull through both hoop, and you make a circle. So now we need to chain 3, which is 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to do 2 double crochet into the circle here. So I'm going to wrap the yarn around my hook, and I'm going to go into the middle of that circle, wrap the yarn around the hook, pull back through the circle. You now have 3 loops on your hook. Wrap around, pull through the first 2 loops. You still have 2 on there. Wrap around and pull through those 2, and that's your first double crochet. And then wrap around, go through the center, wrap around, come back through the center. You have 3 loops on your hook. Wrap around, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through the last 2, and you made 2 double crochet. This chain 3 that we did, it will be the first double crochet. So now we're going to chain 3, and then it's going to be a chain 3 space. So now we're going to do 3 double crochet into the center of that circle again. So we're going to wrap around the hook, go into the center of the hook, the center there, not the hook. Wrap around, come back through the center, wrap around, pull through, wrap around, and pull through. And we're going to do that 2 more times. And you've got 3 double crochet there. So now we're going to chain 3, and I'm going to repeat that 2 more times. Okay, so now I've done that 3 times. I'm going to chain 3 one last time. 2, 3. And then this long tail here, I always kind of pull it just a little bit just to close the circle a little bit. We are going to slip stitch into the chain 3, that first chain 3. So you're going to slide your hook in through the top of that, and then we're going to wrap around, pull it back through, which is always tight because that's it. Okay, and then back through the last hook on there, and that's a slip stitch. So now we completed it, so it's a square. And if you guys are noticing, I hold my yarn in the same hand that I do hold my hook in. I don't hold it in the other hand like some crocheters do. This is just how I learned when I taught myself how to do it, and that's just how I do it. Okay, so now on to the cross. We are going to slip stitch in the next 2 double crochet. So you've got your little stitch there, you go up underneath that V there, wrap around, pull through, and then pull through all the way there. So there's a slip stitch. Again, through there, wrap around, and pull through. So now we need to slip stitch in this chain 3 space right here. So we're going to put our hook through, wrap around, pull it back through, and then through there. We're going to chain 3. So that is chain 3, but it's also our first double crochet. So we're going to wrap around, and I'm going to chain 2 more double crochet into this chain 3 space. So we're going to put it underneath that, wrap around, back through, wrap around, back through, and wrap around, back through, first double crochet. So round the hook, in through the chain 3 space, wrap around, come back through that chain 3 space, through the first 2, wrap around through the second 2. So we have that there. Now we're going to chain 3. Wrap around, and I'm going to 2 double crochet again into the same chain 3 space. So in, wrap around, come back through, wrap around, go through the first 2 loops, wrap around, and go back through those last 2 loops. So there's 1, 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, oops, I need to wrap around, and then we're going to slip stitch into that chain 3 space, and now I need to slip stitch into these 3 double crochet so I can get over to that chain 3 space. Insert, wrap around, pull through all, insert, wrap around, and pull through. So now we're at that chain 3 space. I'm going to slip stitch in the center, and I'm going to chain 3. It's just repeating all that's what we've been doing. We're going to do 2 double crochet. So I wrap my yarn around my hook, insert in, and pull through. So wrap around, in, wrap around, come back through. You've got 3 loops, wrap, go through 2, wrap around, and go through, oops, 2. So you've got them there. Chain 3. And now I'm going to do 2 double crochet. So wrap around my hook, and through it in the center, wrap around, come back through. You've got 3 loops on your hook, wrap around, come through 2, 2, wrap around, insert through, and 1 more. And, oops, don't need to do 3, we just need 2. So now I need to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Don't need to wrap around. Now I'm going to finish it off with a slip stitch. So insert in, wrap around, pull through, and then back through that second loop on your hook, and you slip stitch. I'm going to do that one more time through here. So I need to slip stitch 3, now we're back to this one, insert through that chain 3 space, slip stitch, wrap around, nope, yep, chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to do 2 double crochet into that chain 3 space, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and now I'm going to do 2 double crochet into that chain 3 space there. So insert my hook, wrap around, pull through 2, wrap around and pull through 2. One more time. Now chain 3. And then I'm going to do a slip stitch. And there, so now I've got those done. Now, this is where it's going to change up. I am going to do my slip stitch for my 3. So I'll do that real quick. 1, 2, and 3. So now we're going to work on the bottom of the cross. So we will slip stitch in the center, and then we are going to the center. I gotta stop and this. We did all that. Oh, we're going to do this. Okay. So we slip stitch into the center. And now I'm going to chain 3. Got ahead of myself there for a second. 2 double crochet into that center stitch. And now we're going to chain 3. And now I'm going to do 3 double crochet for this last section here instead of doing 2 and then chaining. So 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to turn my work, so I'm just going to flip this over. And I am going to slip stitch into these 3 double crochets that I just did. So up underneath the V there, doing a slip stitch, slip stitch, and 1 more right there. And now we're to that chain 3 space. I'm going to slip stitch in there, and then into the first double crochet I'm going to do a slip stitch. So I'm going to put that in there. Oops, I'm in the center again. Up underneath those, wrap around, pull through, and pull through. And now we are going to turn the work again. So I'm going to flip back to the front, and I am going to chain 3. So I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and now I'm going to do 2 double crochet in that center right there. So I wrapped my yarn around, insert in. 1, 2, so there we've got our 3. We're going to chain 3, 2, and 3, and now I'm going to do 3 double crochet into that space. So we've got 1, around and around. There's 2. Now 1 more. We've got 3. So now we are going to repeat this last round. So I need to turn my work, and I'm going to slip stitch in those 3 that I just did. So up underneath, wrap around, pull through, and slip. 2 more times. And I'm going to, into the center, do a slip stitch, and then that first double crochet over here, go up underneath, and slip stitch in there. And then I'm going to turn my work, chain 3, and then do 2 double crochet into that chain 3 space. Chain 3, and then 3 double crochet. Okay, and now I'm just going to fasten off, so I'm just going to cut my work from there, wrap around, and then I'm just going to pull that all the way through and pull it tight. And then there is the cross. Here, we'll move that, put that on white so you can see it. So there is the cross. So what I'm going to do is turn it over, and then I'll just pull these through to hide them in and secure them. And then that cross will be done. So I have the pink cross there, and then the white one. So I'll be right back. Okay, so there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was informational, but there's the cross that we just did. I've got to weave in my ends yet, but there was that. I was out of my comfort zone doing it, but I hope it came through all right. I am going to get off here in a few minutes. I'm getting ready to start my birthday weekend. I will be back tomorrow with a mail haul and maybe a Dollar Tree video, birthday goodie haul. The rest of the weekend, I think I'm going to do an unplug. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. I'm hoping I can do it. But my husband is off on Friday, and so we're just going to kind of spend the time together, and then Sunday is Easter. So hopefully I can make it 3 days of not being on the computer or anything. So I'm not going to be around for a Friday Dollar Tree haul. And my planner video is probably going to go up on Monday. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Remember to live a little, laugh a lot, and love always. Bye, guys.